All right, guys, we're going to go live here. And the title of this video is If You Know This Number One Thing, You Will Manifest. And I'm going to dive in today to quantum physics and the ability for us to actually manifest our dreams. And I'm going to bring out a topic that maybe you've heard of before, maybe not. It's called quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement. And this is the idea that everything exists, right, in all these different timelines, but it's our thoughts and our emotions that link up with the quantum field. And this quantum field is this huge reality, right, that affects everything. It's pervasive. So if you're here and you want to create something or move forward in your life, you're having challenges, you're going to want to plug into this video. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Listen to the end, and then we're going to hook you up to this field, this entanglement that is deliberate. See, most people, they're entangled with things they don't want. So think of this, right? Your goals, your desires, the things you want, they're like these particles in the field, right? They're just kind of like out there. And we don't really have connection to them other than for a brief moment. We think about them, then they go away. And this is the big problem. But by actually focusing in a certain way, focusing on a higher timeline, we can actually connect these potentialities into our reality now. Okay. And this is one of the things that we're doing with quantum work. So, how does this work? Well, the observer effect is something in quantum physics that's been established. It's this idea that when someone observes something, what they believe and what they focus on can actually influence how it appears in the reality. So if someone believes they focus on seeing a wave, or they believe they're going to see a wave, those particles will reflect a wave. If somebody believes or focuses on seeing a particle, they see a particle. So all of this stuff actually is actionable and real. So let's start with the idea of a quantum timeline shift. How do we do that, right? How do we create that? Well, the first thing we have to do is align ourselves to the new timeline, to the reality we want. So those particles that are just in the infinite field existing everywhere begin to form and align to what we want. So we're going to actually help you do that today. I want to help everybody a little bit. So first thing we have to understand is that we can actually tap into that very easily because we have ways to do that, right? We have ways to do that. The fastest way to do that is to connect into this higher self, right? This higher self is connected to all infinite possibilities. And this higher self is connected to all infinite timelines. And it's actually aligned to any timeline that we choose. So one of the ways that we do this is we focus our intention on the outcome, the timeline we want to create. So here's what I would ask you to do. Start to align to the timeline that you want, and take a moment, write in, and let me know, what is the timeline that you want? What is the timeline you'd like to actually create in your life? And as you do that, let's begin right now to see ourselves already in full possession of the thing, not wanting, because if we're wanting, we are hoping, we are believing, we are struggling, we are straining, but see ourselves in full possession of it. Almost like you set an order with the universe, and you know that it's going to show up. You set an order, you know it's going to happen. When you have that kind of certainty that you're at peace, you begin to align to this higher timeline, right? Because it's already done. And when it's already done, you now are in alignment with that timeline. So one of the things that we have to do is take all of these infinite particles, all these infinite frequencies out there, and we actually begin to form them into either a particle or a wave, into the higher timeline that we want. Or you may form it into a lower timeline of suffering or struggle or dis-ease, lack of ease, because we are constantly projecting and assembling matter in that way. So one of the things I'd ask you to do right now is just take a moment, if you can hear this video, and plug in to a space of love, because if you're in a space of love, then you begin to automatically connect to your higher self. That's just the way it works, right? When you're in a space of love, you connect in to a higher part of you. This higher part of you is kind of like the being at the top of the mountain. It has access to every single thing. It has access to every single potential timeline. So as we connect into love, we can access these higher timelines. We can then take these particles or waves or whatever we want to create and see it come into form. So let's just take a moment, plug in a bit, feel into the energy of love. And as you do that, just feel appreciation, gratitude, joy. Just plug into it, feel into it. There you go. So if you're feeling that energy now, what is the highest timeline for you? What is something you'd like to receive, feel, experience, and then feel that as if it's just right here. You are in it now. You are in it now. Now, with that timeline and you feeling it, then what we're going to do is we're going to now go back and we're going to say, what is the next step? What is the next natural step right now for me to take action on that aligns with this timeline? So just take a moment and be still and let that step come in. Stay in a space of love. Hold the vision, hold the feeling of what you want. Now, what is the next step for you to be in that timeline? For you to take those particles, those waves, and assemble them into matter that aligns with this timeline. It's that simple. It's so simple. So feel into that and get that answer right now. Nice. I started not knowing any of the things I was going to do. And I had basically been stuck at like 40, 50, $60,000 a year. And literally in less than a year was breaking the $1 million mark. And I had no idea. All of the things that I did came from this higher timeline feeding me the next step, the next step, the next step, the people, the situations, possibilities, the alignments. And it was so easy. And what I didn't know, I learned along the way. What I didn't have showed up along the way. But we're operating, as I said in the first video, from the quantum, from the higher self, not from the conscious mind or the subconscious mind. We're operating from the quantum. The quantum, the field of all possibilities. So by its very nature, it has to show up. It has to show up. So anyway, go back, re-listen, do this again. I just wanted to make this short video. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It'll help the algorithm. And if you want to subscribe and join so I can keep making videos like this, we're going to be talking more about quantum shifts, manifesting your dream life. Drop a comment below. What was it that you actually plugged into during this, right? What do you want to create? Let me know down below and start aligning to the outcome of that already materialized, because from that, you are going to move matter. You're going to move energy in that direction. So thanks, everyone. If you like the video, I said, give it a thumbs up and we'll see you on the next one. I want to just share this out. I know there's some people struggling and really trying to figure this out, but you don't have to struggle. It's actually really easy. You're going to understand what to do as you align to this highest space. All right. We'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks.